Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line.
Hey, guess what? Kevin Hart and Katt Williams have been playfully teasing each other for about 10 years now. Recently, it looks like Katt Williams might have won a round in their ongoing banter. There's this video of Katt being interviewed by Shannon Sharpe that's been getting a lot of attention. Kevin seems to have accepted that he didn't come out on top this time. But hold on, the story doesn't end here. Katt Williams is not giving up. He might even involve Kevin's ex-wife in the fun. If you want all the exciting details, keep an eye on what happens next. The whole thing started back in 2014 when Katt was asked about the funniest athlete by TMZ Sports, and it's been a back-and-forth comedy battle ever since.
I think that Shaq and Russell Simmons should get out of comedy and stay in their lane.
So, there's this comedian, Katt Williams, who was talking about sports, specifically mentioning Shaquille O'Neal. And then, out of the blue, he brought up Kevin Hart's name in the conversation. It seems like the comedians are trying to be a part of any sports discussion.
Get out of here, you bum, before I take the rest of you girls. Like you took Kevin Hart from me.
Kevin Hart didn't initially respond to Katt's jokes, thinking it was just another attempt at humor, like everyone else did. But in February 2016, during his conspiracy theory tour, Katt mentioned Kevin again. This time, he said that he had proven Kevin wasn't the best in comedy, calling him a puppet. Kevin wasn't cool with letting that slide. He subtly replied by posting a photo with Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle at the 2016 Academy Awards. In the caption, he talked about the importance of comedians supporting each other. But Katt didn't back down. He challenged Kevin to a stand-up comedy showdown, even betting $5 million on it. Surprisingly, Kevin stayed silent, and this made Katt feel positive. He even apologized to Kevin for his earlier mean comments about his talent. People thought the fight between the two comedians was done after Katt apologized, but it wasn't. 2 years later, Katt Williams went on a morning show called Frank and Wanda in the Morning. This time, he aimed his negative comments at Tiffany Haddish, saying she wasn't good at comedy, despite what she claimed. The feud came back to life again.
You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes.
Kevin Hart usually handles Katt's jokes well, but this time, he wasn't okay with what Katt said about his co-star Tiffany. In the same month that Katt made those comments, Kevin went on The Breakfast Club and hit back at Katt, giving him a taste of his own medicine in all the details.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this and this.
People were pointing fingers at Katt Williams for not taking responsibility for his actions. Interestingly, Tiffany Haddish revealed that Williams had apologized to her at the 2018 Emmy Awards. She even posted a photo on her Instagram showing Katt bowing on his knees to her. For about 3 years, fans of both Katt Williams and Kevin Hart could take a break from defending their favorites in the ongoing banter. But it looks like the break is over now. Katt brought the heat again, giving people something to talk about regarding the two comedians and some other celebrities. He went on Shannon Sharpe's popular podcast, Club Shay, and shared his feelings about certain people in the industry, especially his longtime opponent Kevin Hart. The podcast, which lasted over 2 hours, began with Katt expressing his thoughts about the show.
I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told.
Katt wasted no time diving into the lives of many Hollywood stars like Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Ludacris, P. Diddy, and more. But his main focus was on Kevin Hart, and he didn't hold back. Katt hinted that Kevin might have been an industry plant, suggesting that's how he quickly became famous.
On to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
Katt kept talking and explaining. He said that the whole package of a comedian going to LA, getting a sitcom on network television, and even having their own movie like Soul Plane, where they're the main star, is super rare. According to Katt, nobody had such luck before Kevin Hart. He questioned what people think a plant is. Katt argued that Kevin did a documentary with Chris Rock, showing that his comedy roots were on the East Coast. People just believed it without questioning, according to Katt.
Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out?
Katt Williams thought it was strange that most Hollywood producers were interested in certain themes, and he wasn't into those stories because they didn't need to focus too much on being homosexual. On the other hand, Kevin Hart didn't mind taking up those roles. According to Katt, Kevin made him look like a bad person because he wouldn't compromise his standards for anyone, even if his roles were supposedly passed on to Kevin. Katt said he wouldn't change his principles for the world, and he believes he's on the winning side of those decisions. He also talked about Hollywood secrets, revealing that some celebrities aren't as innocent in real life as people might think. This podcast got a lot of reactions on social media. While some fans supported their favorite celebrities mentioned in the podcast, others criticized the names mentioned. Kevin couldn't ignore Katt's new comments about him and his career. He reacted through his social media account while promoting his new movie on Netflix. Surprisingly, Katt decided not to trade words with Kevin this time. Instead, he got Kevin's ex-wife, Hart, to join him on his Dark Matter tour. While it's not clear if this move is linked to the feud with Kevin, fans following the drama for years can't help but connect the dots. When asked about his feelings regarding his ex-wife touring with his sworn enemy, Kevin's response shocked many. Although his facial expression might not have matched his words, he wished them well in response to TMZ. So, Kevin had something to say about his ex-wife going on tour with Katt. He mentioned, "You know your ex-wife is going on tour with Katt when everybody. I hope the tour is great." Torre also told TMZ that Kevin loves everybody, and there's no beef between them. Now, the big question is, do you think Kevin Hart genuinely wished Katt Williams and his ex-wife well for the Dark Matter tour? Or do you think there might be more to Kevin's body language when asked about it?